when I am a diva, I feel like I said, I used to say, this is a big I'm inspired by young people who take charge of their destiny. I believe that success is equal to opportunity plus effort multiplied by commitment minus complaint. My name is Ibrahim and I'm the founder and CEO of Morongwa. Former CEO of the President's Award for Empowerment, also known as the Group of University International Award. This is not about me, it's about you and ambassadors. And I really facilitate as well on that who are absolutely capable, they are absolutely amazing. So, Chokobara movement, please, Sister Tony.
My role is simple. It's to tell you about my life journey and to help you find your purpose, not find money. If you find your purpose, then money will find your purpose. I matriculated at 16. When I matriculated, no husband loves us like you have. No husband jobs for like you have. I went to school with an empty stomach, came back with an empty stomach. There's still no food at home. My mother's a single parent. But I made a choice. What I did happened again. Again, my circumstances that didn't define me. When I opened my things, I didn't know there was money. I just wanted to work. I don't know necessarily whether I become something like that. I wanted to go home and be nice and spend with my friends. It never went. Because I didn't this by going now here's the challenge. Everyone is playing. The kids are multiplying. The business is growing. I can't close my clinic anymore. If I close my clinic today, what am I going to say to those women, those males that are waking up? More than 20 people under my belt. More than 50 kids on my table. So there's no giving up. I found my purpose. My purpose was to say, was to create environment, to give people hope. Use your friend for a profitable life. Social media is a hope. Social media is a hope. Social media is a opportunity. Not limited at more, not Wi-Fi. I found a one money. I think I'm not a new system. There's free Wi-Fi. Just to come and see the system. If you can have a application, are you going to lose anything? Not at those doors. Actually, we're not ambitious. If you leave it, it's your choice. Knock. Remember this failure. Not if you tell honestly, because I'm mentoring. If not, or to you have power in your hands, you are powerful, you are young, you are vibrant. So from today, what change again? Yes. So today, what change again? Yes. That's people who are alive. And thank you for welcoming me to your minds, for impacting my little bit of knowledge and my life experiences with you. I hope as from today, you are going to take Morongwa Foundations further as champions in London Market. Yes. Which means next time you was follow. That was happening with Amala now. I'll be having a magnitude of people behind me. Yes. Thank you so much.
good?
Yes.
Are we here to learn on how to become better selves?
Yes.
Okay. So I'm going to talk about interpersonal skills. I was asked to talk about this topic because I understand that most of us here, if not all, you are unemployed. And the purpose of being here is to prepare you to be received well into the marketplace, which is the workspace, right? Employers are not just looking for you to copy paste from the textbook, then voila, you got a degree. So over and above you preparing to be employed in the workspace, you need to have interpersonal skills. A lot of who we are has already been defined by the world. Although when you are still a student, your parents will tell you, you must be a doctor, my child. But has your parent, your mother or your father looked at your maths? Are you good at maths? Or are you good at singing? Or are you good with people? So maybe you can be a psychologist. But because this is your mother's expectation, you must be a doctor, you must be a scientist, there must be an accountant, a lawyer from this house. Therefore you must be a lawyer, a doctor. You get to your first year university. It's horrible. They take you to the lab, you see blood, you faint. You've already wasted years towards fulfilling somebody else's dream instead of your own because you did not do yourself. In as much as you can go to school, identify what are your inherent gifts. What is it that you are good with? What is it that you know you can do right now with your eyes closed that nobody told you? Whatever it is that you decide or you want to become, go on the internet. There are free courses. Not everything must be paid for. There are free courses for everything that you want to know. And there are certificates for that. It adds onto your CV. The decision you take today to be here is going to contribute to your tomorrow. The reason you are where you are today is because of the decisions you took yesterday. So accept everything about yourself. Don't blame yourself. No, those were part of life lessons, but how do you look at them? Focus on where you want to go. This will also help you when you're in a work environment. You could be in a toxic work environment if ever it happens that you are there. But clean the filters of your mind to say that you are not the treatment of that boss. But focus to where you want to go. Because you came in that environment to acquire skill. So look for other jobs outside. Don't fight them back.
Yes. But
focus on yourself.
Sure.
Everything must rotate around you. Self-development, self-development, self-development. There's a saying about it's rough out there. You've heard that? And it's real. It's rough. But it will be easy on you if you choose your heart. Choose your heart right now. Work on your time management. Work on your skills so that you are able to navigate through the world challenges. Because the world is not waiting for you. It's not your grandmother's playground. You are saying you are looking for jobs. Hey, Vanessa must make more jobs. Are you prepared for those jobs? Some of you are very intelligent in the workspace. You are given tasks, you can outwork your colleagues. But then you don't have social intelligence. You are invited to corporate events, you don't show up. There's an event on 17 in-house. You are not even communicating or chatting up with colleagues from other departments. You are not building social intelligence. As I see this a lot amongst Christians especially, that you are holier than thou. You judge somebody who's holding a bottle drinking at a work event, or I can't interact with this one. Let me tell you something. People are not the character. What you see is not necessarily the value you can get from that person. You don't know what that person knows and whether you've already judged them. Social intelligence, interact with everyone harmoniously. don't want to be seen as this nerd, or they know or when you can work well alone. So you can't work in teams.
I am of the notion that you might have not taken every note again. If there's information maybe somewhere that around. Great stuff. Are you excited?
Yes.
Are you happy?
Yes.
I am a champion.
I am a champion.
Yes.
Awesome stuff. You are a champion.
Thank you.
Great.
The previous speaker has made my work very easy and things that I sat down to listen, because she actually covered a lot of things that I'm going to talk about. And I'll be skipping a lot of those slides which I think that she has actually extensively covered. One of the things that I would like to start with is just to let you know that the questions in interviews have now changed. We no longer ask you whether you have a degree, whether which university you've gone to, and so forth, because everybody who comes to our doorstep for any interview has been through that. So it doesn't differentiate you in terms of work readiness. The questions are now, when we're asking interviews, what did you do at university after classes? I always encourage people to say, when I get an opportunity to sit for interviews, I will then say to potential candidates or my interns that are in my department, what organizations do you belong to which are outside of university? Or in church, are you in any leadership position? There might be a youth organization. Are you in the leadership of the youth organization, where you can be the secretary general, where you can be the vice president, where you can be the president of the youth organization? Those platforms give you an opportunity to learn these soft skills that will be so vital in a job environment. One thing that I will always ask people to do is that start reading those job requirements that are needed now, even if you're not yet looking for a job. They will actually guide you about certain skills that are not necessarily offered within the curriculum that you're actually doing at school. I'll give you an example about leadership skills that not necessarily are exposed to when you are still in university, because all that they're looking at is the theoretical part, and to a certain extent, the practical part of what the career is about. I belong to an organization, and I will give you the name, and I want you to write it down. It's called Junior Chamber International. Junior Chamber International is a youth organization that is available in more than 150 countries worldwide. They teach you about leadership. They teach you about business networking, where you have the opportunity to network with young people across the world. They give you an opportunity to travel internationally and to go and learn about other things that other people were doing. Now, this is what you need to consider. These are the things that you need to do to start preparing yourself. These are the practical things that you need to do. Networking is one of the most important things that you have to do. Do not miss networking opportunities, particularly if you are a business. Some of you are starting a very small business, and you're asking yourself, why can't my business take off? And then when you meet somebody who is a business coach, they will ask you a question: who knows you? You might actually have the best solution that you have provided, that is going to actually help companies solve problems, and that is going to actually affect the bottom line positively and make big profits. But you're not there when the opportunity presents itself, because you're sitting at home, you're only posting on WhatsApp and Facebook, but you do not go to networking sessions because you just don't want to do them. These are very, very important. People give business to people that they know. Young people these days, they don't want to do anything for free. I'd rather sit at home, be unemployed for 5 years, than go and volunteer at this particular accounting firm for 6 months for free to get experience that will get me employed. I never had holidays after my third year at varsity. every holidays I went to a law firm to go and volunteer. The only thing that really let me down when I started volunteering is that the boss asked me to cut my dreadlocks, and I was really not impressed with that. But it spoke to what the field was about. He was saying to me, have you ever seen a lawyer in court wearing dreadlocks? You know? And he said, you can't be in my firm looking like that. But I never regretted being there, not being paid, not having money for lunch, but sitting there and learning every day next to the best because I was not looking for money.
There's nothing fancy about money or finances, it's just a transaction tool. So never aspire to have money because it's just a tool to achieve a particular goal. Rather have a close relationship with your goal and objective in life. Then determine the means to achieve it, and that's what finances are all about. I've got these goals, and to achieve them, I'm going to use this particular tool to achieve them. I'm going to use this particular tool, which is money. Here's another thing that we take for granted. Applying for jobs is expensive, not cheap. It's not for free, too much. Let me put it that way. It's not for free. It's just that some of the costs are so hidden, it's not obvious. Data is not free. Somebody must pay for it. But you're not here for that. All I'm just saying, you need to acquire, you need to utilize it, you need to determine what's one and manage that which remains. If you've got one brand, all that it is, you just add in the zeros to the complexity of the money that you're dealing with. That's all that it is. So if I'm giving you 100 rand because you wanted to come here, so a couple of things that you need to think about. I don't know, probably most of you walked here, I don't know. Suppose the next one is in Pretoria and you really want to attend it. What are you going to do? Your first question, how am I going to get there? That's financial literacy, that's financial mentality, that's financial thinking. If you get it, you work out the transport, how much you want to get the transport there and back. Maybe there's no food today, so probably 200 rand. All right? So how am I going to access the 200 rand? Technology has overtaken how we transact and what we call money. So, money and finance as we know them today has changed. In fact, on very few occasions, you actually still handle actual currency because you need digital technology. What is the point of me being on this is that it's 2024, understand, learn for yourself what digital technology is and what are digital dollars, Bitcoin and. Now, I don't know, some of us, especially with Bitcoin, we're still healing from scars. Be careful with digital economy. Do your spade work, do your handwork, but the reality is the world of finance has changed so much that it's driven the entire Google can be run from this device. Literally.
If technology for you was just something that connects you to the world, just as a social media platform, but technology today can be something that helps you maintain your health. Does it make sense? Yes. Technology can be something that reminds you, that performs tasks on your behalf, that automates your work. Because now we do so many repetitive tasks, we don't do one every single day. Why not automate it? We can do that with technology. Even the poorest of the poor countries were able to make money through technology, the advancement of 4IR. For example, we've got people who call themselves content creators. We've got people who are doing affiliate marketing. We've got people who are content creators. So don't worry, because TikTok is going to be banned in America, but happy second Americans now to start giving us creative funds to make money from there as well. Great. So now, as I was saying, economically, technology was able to now allow us to access money because now we're all like dollars. If you're still earning rands, please come to us, update yourself. Machine learning has determined that our young people, South Africans, are not concerned with information, are not concerned with education. Because some of you are looking for jobs. Now I find this guy, he's shouting on TikTok, he comes and says, 5 things you should do when you want a job, But most of us don't have that. What is the latest trend here in Morongwa? computer for the first time. Yeah, I'm not going to, you know, but you can use this for education. Your banking app is based on blockchain, especially international transactions. Any digital, does anybody know digital wallet?
Yes.
By show of hands?
You're talking about more Lunar.
Yes.
Sure.
So digital wallet is like an account, né? It's more like an account. It's a wallet. So this wallet is online.
Yes.
And when you have cryptocurrencies, you can save them in there.
Sure.
And you can transact. So it's like a storage. Does it make sense?
Sure.
So if our not digital wallet, it means our GDP or whatever thing. Now, who would have told them about data capture? And they're dying. But for far. Do you know what? Instead of you sitting there with all of reads or what capture and all, a person will have a form on their client side. What's an attractor form? Have it as a form, the information is fed into a database and it can be digitized and it can be repurposed and used anyhow. So when a client creates a but I tell from perform or it's about a database. How's an intermediate? So whatever admin forget, your time is limited. There is a software where it's a blue jeans. You sit in a meeting or you talk. Where? Young one. Have it inside the to-do list. Inside the to-do list. Yeah, you don't say anymore. And then all you ever do is just to execute and say done. And by the way, a lot of transcription services. You know, we create 30 minutes. So if you think you are going to write minutes like Google one, retail salespersons, bank tellers. Bank tellers not how far alone. Yes, because your app, what can't you do on the app? The only thing you do about the authentication. But now you authenticate the photo. The fingerprints are out. So now very soon, if you want to work at the bank, nice. Instead of going on TikTok, let's buy about drive, but it's okay. Yeah, instead of IT courses. But you know, with only that, if you go online, you'll find from the Microsoft Education website, there's that course. Why it's there like has a very internationally recognized certificate. And you can work at a company, right? You can work at a company that will take you and give you anything from 15,000. Probably when I go over Microsoft Azure, over Microsoft probably 1 or 2. So now instead of going to TikTok over you know what to do.